Hey you! Welcome to You Need a Bento. I'm Willow. Here we discuss all things bento related, from recipes to reviews, tips, and even some history. If you're interested, consider subscribing so you don't miss anything. You hungry? Let's make rice. We're starting with about a cup of raw rice. This is Italian rose rice. Before you can make rice, you need to rinse it. It comes with a lot of dust and debris. So we're taking a generous amount of water. And I'm doing this in a bowl today so you can see the color of the water really well. So at first, we're just going to rinse lightly. Just swish it around, get all the surface dust off. You see the color of the water? That's the kind of stuff we don't want to be eating. So with the first rinse, you just want to get that really light dust off. And this water we're just going to dump out, or you can feed it to your plants. Now we're going to add some more water. And none of this water you're going to cook with. Now this rinse, we're going to start polishing just a little bit. So we want to take the rice in your hand and just gently squeeze it and move it around. You can do this under the water, above the water, whatever is most comfortable for you. But see, we're just gently kind of polishing the rice. We're just getting all the little bits that might be stuck on there off. And you can see how the water is still very milky. This strainer I found super helpful. I'll link it in the description if I can find it. They're not hard to find. I found mine on Amazon. And you want to continue rinsing your rice until your water is mostly clear. I don't know that you can ever get it perfectly clear, but you can get pretty close. And the better you rinse your rice, the better your outcome is going to be. You'll have a nice clean rice without any of that weird starch in between the grains. And this might be more efficient for you to do in the sink with running water, and that's fine. The only reason I'm doing it this way with a bowl is so that you can see the different changes of the water very clearly. You see how you can now see the edge of the bottom of the bowl through the milky water? You're getting pretty close. I usually stop right about here and then cook my rice. However, if you want to go extra, you can. Not all rice will need quite so much rinsing. It really depends on what rice you get and where it's coming from. And here's another step you can choose to do or not to. I prefer to leave my rice to drain for about 10 or 15 minutes. It gets all the excess water out. There are holes in the bottom of here that the water all comes through. Now that our rice is drained, we need to put it into a pot. I'm using a black clay pot today. You can use whatever pot you prefer. The steps will all be the same. Now for my 1 cup of rice, I'm going to do 1.5 cups of water. You may need more or less depending on what rice you have and what your environment's like. If the air is really humid, you might need a little less because your rice won't be really dry in the first place. Like where I am right now, it's very, very humid, so the rice isn't 100% dry, so it won't absorb as much liquid. We're going to put a lid onto the stove, bring it to a boil. Once it comes to a boil, turn it down to fairly low. On my stove, it goes up to 9 and I turn it down to about 2. And then let your rice cook. Don't lift the lid, just wait for it.